What is up, lords and ladies? King Raiden here, and welcome back to another Call of Dragons video. And for today's video, guys, it is part 2 for the day 1 war in Atheran region in server 32. So if you haven't watched the first part of the video, guys, or the war, please check it out first before going here so that you can actually see what was going on the first few hours of the game, or the opening of the level 3 pass here in server 32. So right now, guys, after you watch the video, then you can actually just jump right here, because even though I skipped like a couple of hours, still it's alright, because I also have my own copies or recordings of the action that's happening here. So I do apologize that I can't stream like live for like a couple of hours, because I still have a hard time like dealing my live streams on phone, and at the same time I can't make longer videos. It's because it's eating so much of the storage space on my phone. So I have like so little space left that I cannot edit or record any long videos for this war. But again, like I said, guys, I will try to upload as many as I can and as immediately as I can after I finish my editings, recordings, everything. Okay, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, guys, because now there will be more intense action that is going to happen here soon. Because right now BDO is actually on the move, and if you look on the screen, there's actually DNS marches going back, or was rerouted by, I guess, BDO or by the Blood family. So meaning, let me zoom out a little bit so that I can just like get a clear description of the situation. Okay, so I think DNS tried to push a little bit farther, but they were rerouted or routed by BDO. Okay, so far so good. In a couple of hours time, I think everybody has already expanded their alliance towers here and there, and I think the fighting has slowed down a little bit, because I know for sure many of the players from both sides already have or suffered wounded units. So maybe they're trying to regroup again, or maybe think of a plan. But we will see, guys, what's going to happen here soon, because I know for sure there will be intense actions that's going to happen. Okay, let me just send my march here and just hunt this level 24 Darklings. What is this? Cressley Militia. Okay, so I think this is from the season stories. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for my march. Okay, so anyway, now let's get back to the battlefield. So on my first part video, guys, I think I cover up like DNA, DNS, BDO, BTM, and BDK. So right now, as of the moment, they're actually now expanding their alliance towers, and they were able to like, okay, that's a very high powered DNS player, 126 million power. Okay, so they were able to expand more and more inside on the Atheran region, and I'm not sure if they're going to go down here, maybe have some big fights. But there's actually fighting happening right here, but it's just like a small fight. It's not that big or not that intense, so it's just like a small fight. I think this is only one player. No, I think that's a different players, or yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only one player sending all of his marches against the BDO players here as well. Okay, that's MP, and yeah, there's a couple of BDO players here as well present, and yeah, there's also one DNH player there using Cav. I don't know, maybe he's going to do a counter or a flank maneuver. Okay, so they're just doing like small battles, and sure enough, we are waiting for the big catch where we can actually see the big battles that's going to happen soon. Okay, so they're still fighting here and there. There's not much from both sides. There's only a couple of legions. But yeah, this is war. I mean, it's a continuous battle. There will be always small battles, small skirmishes here and there happening around Atheran region, but we are still waiting for that big catch, guys. Because I know for sure not everyone can actually like stay online for a couple of hours just to see when and where is the battle is going to take place. But still, everyone is waiting for it. Okay, so let's just go around here and there. I want to check around the field or the region. I mean, I think everyone is also preparing something for something big, but I don't know. Maybe we will see. We will see what's going to happen here, guys. At least on my part, I'm doing also how can you say this? The opportunity that I can actually create videos as this. I mean, it's not the best videos that you can see out there when it comes to like Call of Dragons or related topics, but still I get by and try to do as much as I can. Okay, so let's check here. Okay, I think they're in their second or third tower. I'm still waiting for the movement from BDV and also from BDE here as well. And surely in the long run, I think we will be also fighting them here soon along with the DNX, because our alliance from DNL and DNX is actually positioned well on the bottom part of Atheran region, so maybe we're going to duke it out on the lower part where there's like very little action. But we will see. Maybe I can also like do a solo part video war on ourselves as well, because I want to take as much content as I can on this war. And yes, guys, I know for a fact that I can't do this like almost every day for, let's say, if the war continues like for 1 week or for a couple of days. I can't do this like a long periods of time where I actually like try to, yeah, I got a message or something. I got a notification. Okay, yeah, it's nothing bad. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Let's see what's happening here. Yes, I'm just going around and around and just checking the positions of each alliance and how are they doing. Yeah, it will be a boring intro of the video, but I'll just check all the respective alliance powers here and there. And yeah, that DA is actually 1.3 billion. That's really impressive, while DNS is 3.1. And again, guys, if you don't know, BDO is actually almost is now 4 billion power, and DNS is 3.1. Okay, DNH is 1.8. Okay, sorry about that. And there's actually almost 1 billion power gap between BDO and DNS. So between our head alliances, it's gonna be I can't say the word, but it's going to be crazy. Okay, let's check here. DNW was 900 million power, DNX is 800, and I think we are 750 million power in DNL. 738. Okay, there is some fighting here happening right now. I think they were able to group up. Yeah, DNS is now grouping up. We started like a couple of minutes ago, like only 2, 3, 4, 5 marches on each side. Now it's getting bigger and bigger. As the battle goes on, I think more and more players will join the fight, so they rather go to the front of the battlefield than to wait for their allies. I mean, for sure, because it will take a long time if you like wait for everyone to like regroup, because some people are like AFK, some people are still at work or maybe offline, so they can actually like commit immediately to the battlefield. So much better if you have like a decent number of members with you, then much better you try to push as much as you can. That way you can actually go also for easy merits. As yeah, this is gonna be a bad situation for the slow moving video players like this one, because they're going to be annihilated by the cav here, unless of course the group that is way ahead turns back around and tries to fight him. Then they can actually eliminate this fast-moving legion. Yeah, it's catching up right now. Okay. Yeah, and I just noticed, guys. I think I had like a different position of my mic on the first maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So if there's a problem on the audio, guys, I do apologize about it, but I will do my best again, because like I said, I have minimal resources with me. I don't have like any laptops or desktops to do recordings or mics or stands. I'm just a simple YouTuber trying to get by with what I love and try to post as much as I can, right? So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Video is actually well regrouped here. There's like a decent group of numbers here, and also DNS is actually like moving about. Or okay, wait a minute. Okay, so there's also a couple of video players from the top. So DNS is actually focusing on that, and yeah, by numbers so far, I think video is way ahead here. But relatively speaking, when it comes to like numbers of tier 5 players, DNS has more tier 5 players. So now they're engaging right now. Both groups are now engaging, while DNS is actually divided into 2 groups, in 2 fronts. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a bad position for DNS, because they are split up and there are more trades of attack coming from BDO than against them. So yeah, because they're now really outnumbered here, so they might go back here once their numbers go down, and one by one of the legions from DNS is going back as a Ghost March or a Ghost Legion. Same goes with the BDO, but BDO is still standing. I think they still have a decent number, and yeah, it's gonna be an awesome fight here as well, because every fight that involves BDO and DNS, it's gonna be crazy, guys, because having these 2 titans fight each other, it's a spectacular type of view that you can see on a certain point in time here when it comes to like having a war here in server 32. Oh boy. Okay, so more and more DNS is coming in, but now they lost the momentum. So I think, based on my own opinion, again, much better if they regroup like way a bit back, and if they can get like, let's say, at least 2 dozen legions, then they can actually like push back BDO. But going in on the field or on the front of the battlefield one by one, you're gonna be cut like cattle, because even though you're tier 5, it's still a little bit impossible right now, because it's been a couple of weeks already. I think it's already 45 days since the opening, and majority of the players who are actively playing the game has already unlocked tier 4s, and they have already grown so tremendously in a way that they can actually catch up to the tier 5. But again, relatively speaking, they're still way far from tier 5. But the thing is, tier 5 players have already stopped growing at this point because they're already maxed out. So the tier 4 can actually grow every day, so they still have time for like they still have room for improvement. That's what I mean. So right now it's not like, yeah, you can go charging head on as a tier 5 player, but much better play it safe, because the amounts of trade and your position as a tier 5 player in this war is really important, because you can actually support or give morale to your members or to your allies because you're a tier 5, and if they see you go with them, the tier 4 and some of the mixed tier 4 tier 3 players, they can actually get this like encouragement from you, and they will fight on. Okay, so like I said before, now DNS is now on the attack. So a couple of minutes ago, it was BDO who was pushing back DNS, but because even though they have the numbers, but most of their legions are already half health or half HP, so now they're moving back a bit and try to recover or maybe replenish their legions. And now DNS is now charging here, like they already have a decent number of legions present. They have at least maybe like 2 dozen, almost 2 dozen, and they have also frontal legions, like a frontline legion such as this cav, and I think a couple of infantry as well. Is there infantry here? I think there's no infantry. Maybe I just like mislook or some of the infantry. Okay, I think there's no infantry, guys, but most of the cav, they have cav, like they have like 4 or maybe 5 legions of cav. Okay. So now we're already 15 minutes into the video, guys. And like I said, guys, after I finish this video, after I edit all the videos that I did for day 1, I'll immediately upload it so that you can actually also catch up, because some of the streamers again are doing live stream. So I want to also do my own part as well. I don't want to like get behind so much, even though I might get behind, but still I'm also trying to catch up also with my videos as well. But you will see, guys. So far so good. DNS is now pushing a little bit more farther. But if you don't know, guys, the more you push farther to your, farther from your territory, the more longer it takes for you to send reinforcements, or to get reinforcements from your corresponding alliance. So we are still waiting for that head-to-head battle where the territories of the opposing alliance almost touch each other. So that's the one that we are waiting for, because after that, guys, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fire everywhere. It's gonna be like dead legions, well, wounded legions and ghost legions everywhere. It's gonna be crazy. So anyway, now still DNS is still pouring in, and I don't know how far are they going to push BDO, because I think they're almost to the territory of BDO. I guess maybe. Okay, Chisgo is just like standing there, but alright. So now they're going up. Wait, what happened? What's happening here? What is this? DNA? Okay, so there's actually a small engagements from DNA and from BDM and BDK on the top part. So I think DNS is trying to give a support. Yeah, everyone is moving up. Let me check here. Okay, BDO is actually grouped here, and I think Chisgo is going to defeat that march. Okay, more and more marches are coming from BDO, and I think they might catch also DNS before they can actually reach BDK and BDO, because there's actually a decent number of DNS here, and also same with BDO. And they might also again do a bigger battle here. You will see, guys, what they are planning to do. Okay, now their position, there's more and more legions coming, and I think the BDO is almost there. I think they're able to catch up with DNS, because DNS is no longer moving. They're still standing idly on the edge on the starting point of the bridge. Okay, yeah, they're actually grouped here. Also checking here if the battle is still continuing regarding on BDK and BDM. But I think this is it. This is it. That's DNA. Yeah, there's no BDK with BDM. Okay. Okay, so the slow-moving players from DNS were now caught by the frontal assault of the BDO. So now they're trying to go back and try to engage the legions as well, but I think DNS has already been outnumbered here. So I think retreat is not an option. Like I said, if you're going back, if you're facing your back, you're facing your back behind the enemy, then there's a big chance that you're gonna be annihilated. Because, like I said, guys, movement speed here, if you don't move fast enough, you're gonna be catched by the fast-moving legions of the enemy. It can either be flying units or cav. So now there's a little bit bigger engagements here. There's also a couple of DNS players, DNS legions coming up, trying to support the battle here, but they're actually really engaged here in the bridge. And yeah, there are more BDO members now, or players, so yeah, it's gonna be hard for them to defend this area. Yeah, it's better for them to like fight a losing battle than just like leave and don't put up a fight at all. Because if I for one is like, for example, a slow moving legion, I'd rather just like face the enemy head on. If you can escape, then you do it. But if you can't, then much better just to fight or buy some time for your friends to escape as well. But you'll see, it's always happening. Like there's tons of players or legions who actually are like giving free merits away because they tend to run when they see like fast moving enemies, so they don't like stand up and fight. But still, it's alright because you know you can't fight anyone. You can't fight everyone here in server 32 because there's also tons of tier 5 players, so you need to be careful as well, and also strong tier 4 players. Okay, so yeah, the battle goes to BDO, and they were able to like rout all the DNS players and members here. And yeah, I think they're going to regroup here again, and I think they were going to form a bigger battle sooner or later. Okay, I think that's it. That's the last one of the I think this is the last DNS Legion here. This one cav and one flying unit. Yeah, the numbers of BDO is now rapidly growing here because they're closer to their territory, and reinforcements is not that far, so they can actually send newer and fresher legions on the field faster than DNS. Okay, they were able to take hold or win this not so big battle, but yeah, it's still an impressive fight because there's like a couple of dozen legions present on both sides, but they were able to rout all the DNS players. Okay, let me check the current situation of the DNS. If how many? Okay, so they're now down here expanding. I think they're going to expand near the bridge, and the DNA is actually going straight. Maybe they might meet on the intersection of the bridge. This is also DNH. DNH hasn't joined the war yet, or hasn't joined the fighting. They're still playing safe. They're still fresh. It's still only DNS and DNA have been joining the fight so far, and can't wait for the legendary DNH to do their signature move when it comes to like zeroing players, like a swarm attack again. I really missed that, and that's really crazy for me because doing a swarm here takes guts. Okay, also on our end here, DNL is also expanding a little bit more. Maybe I might teleport later, I don't know. 2.9 million, I'm really sure I'm gonna get screwed up or get soloed by one tier 5 player if I don't play safe. Okay, there's some markers here. I think we're going to expand there a little bit soon. We will see what's going to happen. And I'm sure, guys, that at the end of the day, before we end the day, I think both sides of the family will meet in front. I mean, we'll actually meet each other, and I think we will have those head-to-head battles sooner than expected. Okay, so again, guys, I will cut the video here again short. I think this amount of minutes, I think, is enough for our part 2. But don't worry, again, like I said, I'll be doing more parts of the war, and I will continue to upload all the videos as fast as I can after I'm done editing with it. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in the next one. Please, again, guys, do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, because you are awesome. This is King Raiden, signing out.